welcome to the Picks and Parlays live cap. We're talking some NHL today. I'll be the host, Allie Burns. I've got Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room and Dan Kaiser from Dan Kaiser Sports with me today. How's it going, Nick?
It's going fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to get into this card. There's some interesting matchups on this NHL card. Also some great basketball going on, obviously. But this show is NHL live cap.
That's just it. I feel like everyone, you can get basketball anywhere right now. So we'll do a little hockey for the non-basketball people. Dan, you look like you're not at your house. Where are you at right
now? Detroit. Just kind of came over to watch some basketball with a friend of mine. I usually in Vegas at this time, but decided with the COVID and the travel and stuff, stay home this year. Wait to get vaccinated and then head over.
Yeah, that's a bummer, but I was really looking forward to meeting you in person and watching hoops with you out here in the Vague. But it's cool. I'll catch you next time for sure. All right, so we are going to start off.
Yeah, you say that now.
I'm always down to have a drink with another capper. I'm down to have a drink with just about anyone, really, if you want to get down to it. But with a fellow capper, of course, especially one with your reputation, your stellar reputation. Okay, so we are going to talk games that are happening tonight. This is Friday night, and we're going to start off with Vancouver at Montreal. Montreal is, oh shoot, I put the dog in there. Montreal is a big favorite here, minus 180. And the total is 6, but I know that Nick is leaning towards the value with the Canucks, which is probably why I put that there. Tell me about it, Nick. What's going on?
I mean, Vancouver is playing its best hockey of the year. Thatcher Demko, the goaltender, has just been fantastic. Vancouver, it made big strides last year finally in the playoffs. It got through the first round, but it came out really flat. It lost its goaltending and a bunch of its defense in the offseason. And so it really did struggle defensively, and the goaltenders also struggled. But now that has turned into a strength of the team. They've allowed 2 goals or less in 6 of their last 9 games. Demko's been a big reason behind that. And now they've been scoring decently as well the entire time. But if you look at Vancouver here, they've won 7 of their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. Now the last 2 have come in extra periods, extra time against Ottawa. But I mean, Ottawa has been a lot better as well. Now Vancouver also plays with revenge here from a 5-1 loss to Montreal the last time they got together on March 10th. And, I mean, Montreal has just been consistently inconsistent. It's only 5-5-1 at home. Now, the Canucks haven't been that great on the road either. But, yeah, Montreal's just been in terrible form of late. It's lost 3 of its last 4, including a 4-3 OT loss at Winnipeg in its last game. So I just think that, of course, Montreal is really hungry here, and I am a motivational capper. But, I mean, not with everything. And I just think that, that at this price, that there's really good value on Vancouver here. I mean, there's so many different things working in their favor right now. They're playing fantastically. They're focused. They play with revenge here. They're playing against a Montreal team that's playing, not that great. And so I think at plus 160 that the Canucks definitely offer pretty good value here.
I like it. I do love plus money. What are you thinking about this one, Dan? Any opinions on this?
No, you talked me into it. I think I'll get off the show. I think I'll go put some money on Vancouver. That's wonderful. You just convinced me. Yeah, no, I pretty much agree with what Nick said there. But I'm going to look to take the under in this one. I just, the last game, like Nick said, was 5-1. So, then that one's right at the number. I think there might be, I don't think there'll be that many goals scored in this one. I think it'll be a lot closer game, a tighter game. And I always like the number 6, because at least I figure 5.5 is always a different ones for me. I don't like playing those, but 6.5 I like playing, and I usually take those under. So I'm going to take this one under.
All right, I like it. Okay, so That was easy.
Yeah, Canucks in the under.
Canucks in the under.
Yeah, Montreal has seen a couple go over. Now the Canucks have seen a whole bunch in a row go under. But to correlate along with the play on the Canucks, yeah, I think that they're going to shut this Montreal down, Demko, etc. So yeah, I'd go with the under as well here.
Okay, beautiful. I love when we agree on things. It's so nice. Okay, so big game. Everyone likes to bet. Vegas. It's usually the last game on the card. Vegas is playing the LA Kings. Decent size favorite here, not humongous, minus 160. We got a total of 5.5, and the Kings are plus 150 on the other side. So what are you thinking about this one, Nick?
I'm thinking, if you don't mind laying a little bit of juice, that getting LA on the puck line is decent value there as well. I mean, Vegas is a great team. We know how great they are, just in every respect, fantastic. But LA does play with revenge here. Lost 4-3. I mean, it was a really competitive game the last time they played against each other. That was on February 7th. Now Vegas is rolling. It's 1-4 straight. Now 2-1 goal victories over San Jose. So, I mean, that was a little bit harder than it would have expected as well. So, yeah, I mean, LA seemed to have gotten its act together there, and now it's playing not fantastic, although it is coming off a 4-1 win over St. Louis. So, yeah, revenge, sort of the hungrier team at home. So, I'm not positive what the exact puck line price is, but I think that it would still be pretty decent. And so that would be my suggestion here, the Kings on the puck line.
All right, Kings puck line. Dan, what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna probably lay Vegas at the minus 160, and that way I'm going against Nick, but we both can win, so we'll both be happy when it's over. If they win by one, so we both can come away with a win. Yeah, I like the way Vegas has been playing. Fleury's back, should be back. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a close. I think it's going to be a close game because Peterson's been playing good in goal. Really, so I think it's going to be a close game. But so yeah, I can see where Nick's going with the goal and a half there. But I'm going to instead of taking Vegas on the puck line because these have been close games for a lot of them. So I'm just going to lay the 160, and it is a little bit of juice, and I don't like doing it all the time, but I just think in this instance, it'd be worth it.
Okay, I can deal with that. Hey, Bill McDonald. So Nick, did you say Kings puck line?
Yes. Yeah.
Kings puck line is minus 180.
That would be a little steep then. So. Okay. Yeah, I would have. I can't suggest that then. I can't. Sorry, I didn't have that line in front of me.
No, that's why I wanted to make sure what it was before we tell everyone else. Yeah.
So I couldn't. I guess if I was going to play this game, I would take the dog. I think the value is there with LA at home. So
now you're not agreeing.
Yeah, now I'm not agreeing with Dan on this one.
He suckered me in. he suckered me in on that one.
Hey Jay. Yeah, guys, if you're just joining the chat, go ahead and give us that thumbs up for us. And if you have any questions about games that are happening tonight, throw them into the comments. We are ready to take some of your questions. And sorry, I was looking up that line. Yeah, we're totally ready to fire away if you guys have any questions about games that are happening tonight. Dan, since you're in Detroit watching hoops, is there anyone on your mind for tonight in the dance? I know everyone's talking about the dance, but just have to ask.
Yeah, I've got a couple of plays up at picks and parlays tonight on a couple of the games. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to soak it all in. I guess one thing I'm kind of looking at, and some things people might want to look at, and I'm trying to get a feel after the first few games, is like a lot of these teams that shoot a lot of threes, if they're playing in Lucas Oil Stadium, I'm trying to see how well they're shooting them in that stadium.
Right.
They're playing at their college arenas. I want to see if it's affecting them at all, and look at that for tomorrow's games. Right. But yeah, I mean, it's just, again, it's one of those crazy things, isn't it? Ohio State goes down today early to Oral Roberts. It's. I guess my advice my advice so far would be don't blow your bankroll on the first 2 days.
Yeah, that's
take it in moderation, and
there's a flow to the madness, like there's a flow and a process to the madness. And it's funny because by the end of it all, it's just you feel so like needy, like, but I'm used to 100 games a day. What do you mean it's over? So our friend Justin wants to know, do we have any thoughts on the total in the Villanova game? It's at a 143. It's ticked up from 139.5. I'm sure that is because Winthrop. I know a lot of people are digging on Winthrop today, especially with the way the dogs have been barking. Villanova, I think, as a more under school just because of their defense. Do you guys have any thoughts about that?
What about you, Dan?
Yeah, to be honest, I usually don't look at it. Just comes a lot too much down to the end game and the referees and how games are called, because if you got teams like Baylor and Texas Tech and stuff like that, if the refs are calling the game close, you're gonna see tons of free throws and foul trouble. And if they call it loose, then you can probably see a little bit more high scoring game, because Baylor and Texas Tech and those teams that play that kind of defense get away with more and get more steals and easy baskets. So to be honest, I usually play many college totals just for that reason, and I also don't like putting my money on 18 and 19-year-old kids having to make free throws at the end of the game, or not make free throws at the end of the game to go one way or the other. So I usually just stay away from college totals, actually.
Yeah, I'm not huge on college totals in the dance. I love them regular season, but a lot of overtimes. You see overtimes happen. It can get a little intense. If I don't even know if I had to lean, how I'd lean.
I would lean over, just because both teams have. Villanova seen it go under twice. Winthrop seen it go under in 4 straight. So that would, people are thinking under. That lines come down a little bit, perhaps, and so I would lean over personally, just because of that.
I get that. Winthrop shoots. Well, I like Winthrop plus the 6.5. Winthrop.
No, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But speaking of overtime, there's a bet. One of the books had a bet of over 5.5 overtimes for the whole tournament, and I think there's already 3 already today. So
wow,
yeah,
interesting.
Holy cow! Well, holy moly! All right then.
No, it's been an interesting start to the tournament here, no doubt.
Yeah, it's been really good, very exciting.
So Loyola Chicago will play against Illinois there. That'll be pretty cool.
That'll be good. I like Loyola Chicago a lot. So we have Blues condition, need win. It seems so, but San Jose is no longer runovers. What do we think about the Blues and Sharks game? I know a lot of people in my chat today were on the Sharks. That was like the play for them today.
Wow. I kind of like the Blues. I still think the Blues are the better team that's just been playing poorly lately and getting bad bounces. I mean, they have some issues, but yeah, I kind of like the Blues in that spot to bounce back.
Dan, you have feelings on it?
5 straight losses.
No,
lost to San Jose in the last game they played against. San Jose's lost 2 straight. I mean, it's just not been playing great at all. So, yeah, I kind of like St. Louis finally to bounce back there.
What do you think? Sorry, I'm counting on my chat board who was on who. What do you think, Dan?
Oh. No, I'll go with I'll just lean the Knicks thoughts on this one. I'll lean the Knicks thoughts on this one. I haven't really looked at this game much today, so I'll be the expert, the Canadian, for this one.
No worries, I got your back on that one.
When in doubt, find a Canadian if you have a question, or someone from Michigan. That's why we bring you on too, Dan. You're a hockey folk out there.
For sure.
I'm from Texas. I don't hockey. That's just it. I know you're going to say the Stars, but I don't think I'm from Houston, Texas. So still no reason for me to watch. Okay, so it says San Jose can't afford to lose overtime.
Well,
I got to go sometime.
St. Louis has lost 5 in a row. It can't afford to lose here either. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, well, let's do a quick recap on the 2 games that we went over. Guys, don't forget, if you're over at picksandparlays.net and you're looking for premium plays, use the promo code MAD. It saves you 20% off the entire site. That includes both of these handicappers, premium plays, and packages. They do 1 day, 3 day, week long, all kinds of stuff over there. So definitely check that out. They have plays on games tonight and all tournament long. So you definitely want to check that out if you need some help padding your bankroll. So we talked about the Canucks at Montreal, Canadians at Montreal. Nick says, take the Canucks at a plus 160. And Dan says to take the Canucks under the 6 goals. He really likes going under that 6.5. So then we talked VGK and the Kings. Nick is saying take the value with the Kings at plus 160. Dan's on the other side. He's going to lay the chalk with Vegas. So you guys can duke that one out later. We'll see what happens. If you want to follow us, you can follow Nick at the Insiders Room over on Twitter. And Dan is at Dan Kaiser Sports on Twitter. Follow us at Picks Parlays. And we will be back tonight. I've got a Total Chaos in about an hour here. Chip Chirimbus and Nick Earl are doing college basketball games for tomorrow. That might be where you find your play on Villanova, because I'm pretty sure that they are on the list of games they're going to do. So keep your eyes peeled, ring that bell for notifications, because it'll be going live in just about an hour here. So you guys can jump on those picks early before that line moves all around like we know it's going to. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. And don't forget, give us that like on your way out. I will see you guys tonight for Total Chaos, and I'll see you guys later this week, Nick and Dan. Thanks for coming on the show.
Awesome. Thanks, Ellie. Thanks for having us on.
Yep. Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck, guys.
See ya.